high, though. I got my bud, though. Welcome to another weekly edition of the Best Way to Smoke Weekly News, sponsored by none other than that Cali guard. Get you some glue guard. Oh, he done went local.
Stop drinking spit.
Don't drink spit, however that goes. You know what I'm saying? And it's being presented to you by none other than your favorite smoking partner, Serpo.
Big J.
Yep, and I think I done smoked some bud.
Huh.
Anyways, Minnesota officials this week denied about 1,200 cannabis social equity applications.
Man.
You be with that social equity shit, huh?
Man.
2/3 of those who applied for issues ranging from inadequate paperwork to flooding the application pool in an attempt to improve the odds of receiving a license. It's kind of like 2/3 of Minnesota's social equity cannabis license applications were denied for inadequate documentation with the State Office of Cannabis Management, OCM, claiming that a lot of the rejected applications are zone flooders or predatory applicants. That's crazy, y'all do these names. Or who do not meet the letter of the law around ownership requirements and expectations, according to the Men Post report. This is why sometimes when like if by the way, if you right here right now like the video, if you rocking with the news, subscribe to the channel. We delivering it weekly. But if you are a watcher of the podcast, you know what I'm saying? You already know sometimes I'm like kind of go against some of these social equity programs. You know what I'm saying? I believe sometimes it's kind of misleading. You know what I'm saying? But on the other hand of it, I listen to Big Cuzzo.
Right.
If there's truly is an advantage of the program,
take advantage.
Take it.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? But it seems like it's a lot of misinformation. You know what I'm saying? So once you go, it make it seem as if like you're failing.
Right.
I don't like the mental aspect of it. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? While the disappointment is understandable, the basic proxy for readiness is your ability to submit a successful application. We've always known this is a highly complex regulated space, and we heard concerns about readiness. So the people who get into the lottery are qualified, Briner stated in the Minnesota Post. I really don't, you know what I'm saying, rock with social equity programs. Right. Me personally, I honestly believe, you know what I'm saying, if you can take advantage of a social equity program, you can build your own. But on the flip side of it, if it's offered, do your due diligence. You know what I'm saying? So if you know how to properly fill out these applications and you don't feel like a fool just because you may think you know something.
And for the people out there, they do have organizations that'll help you fill out the paperwork and stuff too. So just stay tapped in and stay in tune.
So if you're taking advantage of these programs, stay informed of it.
Facts. Ongoing Portland cannabis market report will address city's oversupply problems. Everybody oversupplied on the tree, huh?
Man.
As Portland's marijuana market continues to endure an oversupply problem, a local expert is looking into how to mitigate it. An analysis of the city's current weed industry is underway, courtesy of Portland-based cannabis consulting company Whitney Economics. Founder Beau Whitney told KOIN 6 the report will also look into what the market could be in 5 to 10 years, as well as long-term outlook. Multnomah County expected $21 million budget shortfall in 2025. Thus far, the economics said he is easily seeing the same issue the Oregon Liquor and Cannabis Commission saw in 2022 when supplies in from the harvesters led to the decline in demands for retailers. So Portland, I know Portland is opened up to a whole bunch of shit though. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of things going on with different things that's legal and stuff like that. So my perspective on it is they probably tapped into so many other things to where they ain't even thinking about no bud and some shit though, man. Because there's so many other things that's legal though, man. But it's going on in a lot of places though, to where it's like an oversupply of weed. You know, they growing it, but it's not being sold fast enough, and everything has an expiration date. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig it,
man. Brain.
Oh. Yep. If you made it to this part of the video, like the video. I believe so.
And subscribe.
And to all the stoners, man, I'm pretty sure you understand. Ooh.
Hey.
There I go.
Lose it.
But yeah, back as what I was saying. I'm near fell somewhere. All the stoners understand how we delivering our news. Much love and appreciation to you.
For sure.
And to all the non-stoners, take heed to the message. Well, the average price of cannabis flower in Michigan dropped to $74 per ounce in October, down almost a dub from September. $20 from September.
$75 each.
That kind of seemed like, you know what I'm saying, before I go, the stoners, do that sound like a win? $75 for an ounce? Or do you think that's some... The average price of an ounce of cannabis flower in Michigan's adult use market, I believe this is the recreational market, has fallen to $73.99, almost down $20 from September, according to data from the state cannabis regulatory agency, the CRA. The price marks a steep decline from 4 years ago, when the average price per ounce was $287.92. That is a big old drop. But like me, you know what I'm saying, not being on like the business side, like hear this out. Meanwhile, the average retail price of flower in the medical cannabis market in October was $92.61. I don't believe if you medically using it, you shouldn't have to pay for it. The medical expenses do that. But check this out though. The adult use cannabis sales in the state in the state of for October topped over 260 million. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I believe they saying just the month, not the year.
Right.
Adult use cannabis sales in the state for October, 31 days, topped over $260 million in sales, which over $115 million was led by flower sales, which is the $74, I say. You know what I'm saying? And keep in mind, all this comes in with your edibles,
right?
Your tinctures, your waxes, all of that makes up all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I can't see how it's feeling, bro. Keep smoking,
man. Keep smoking. New state-backed project will create a community history of California's stewardship of marijuana genetics. Organizers and researchers behind an ambitious effort to record California's unique history in the development of cannabis genetics explained details of the state-funded project last week, laying out plans to conduct wide-ranging interviews, collect plant samples, and establish a marijuana herbarium. I said that right. In partnership with legacy cannabis communities in urban and rural areas across the state. That's dope. Leaders spoke during a webinar last Friday about the initiative titled Legacy Cannabis Genetics, People and Their Plants, a community-driven study. The approach is a partnership between research, scientists, and community members in what organizers describe as a community-based practitioner research project, pairing local knowledge and with experienced investigators and historians, meaning they're going to tap into a lot of these legacy cannabis brands, influencers, all kind of things like that, though. Goals include documenting legacy California cannabis plants, diversity, understanding how genetics are described across geographic and communities, and better codifications of types of cannabis known various as strains, cultivars, and varietals. That's it. I think that's dope that California is stay ahead of a lot of things though, as far as getting a grasp on what's going on with cannabis and stuff like that. Though I just wish, like with the election and stuff like that, California, we might be on our own island. We might become a country. So if that happened, though, man, decriminalize. You feel me?
That's crazy. Yep. Massachusetts cannabis regulators last week issued the state's first cannabis research license to a facility operated, I think you heard of Curaleaf, but by Curaleaf Processing, a subsidiary of Curaleaf Holdings. The Massachusetts Cannabis Control Commission, CCC, last week awarded Curaleaf Processing, a subsidiary of the multi-state operator Curaleaf Holdings. Oh shit! It says Minnesota, and I'm talking about Massachusetts. Well, that's what it says on the.
Hey man, we smoke weed
every day.
Every day.
You know what I'm saying? But the state's first marijuana research facility. Y'all excuse the picture. This is, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about Massachusetts. But where was I at? They got the research facility. But the aims of the research facility and what their plans are. We are excited to move the state's first ever research facility license forward in the hopes that it will contribute to a safer, regulated cannabis industry rooted in science. You know, a lot of people, if they go by science, it's done right, it's A1. You know what I'm saying? This licensee has worked diligently over the last 2 years to bring the facility to the Commonwealth, and we look forward to the work their team will accomplish after their receipt of research permit. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of different entities out here that's diving into cannabis research, you know what I'm saying, to make sure we get it all the way decriminalized, not rescheduled.
It's opened up.
Yeah,
opened up, y'all.
But then again, that picture said Minnesota. We were talking about Massachusetts. That's your weekly news. Circle Junior.
Jay.
Baby.